So I'm just going to do a quick video. I know I've left it way too long, probably only a couple of hours before kick-off, but I'm doing a quick preview of the Lions and Japan game today. So Lions playing Japan up in Murrayfield, 16,500 fans going to be there, which is superb. Shame really they can't have more because they've government have increased the capacity for later on in the month for the Euros, the semi-finals and the finals. I was saying now that's probably going to be about 3 weeks away, but irrespective, I mean, I'm sure that they could probably have got more into Murrayfield, but anyways, it's probably good that we have crowds back anyways, and we start to integrate crowds back into the game, because I've got to be honest, without the fans, it's absolutely nothing. Every single sport has been pretty poor. I mean, you could see the differences as well, football and rugby, between the autumn and then the Six Nations, about how the teams went without fans as well there. So definitely brilliant to have fans back. But anyways, I'm going to quickly run through the teams. So we've had the Japan team named for today's game. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Japan play today. Again, like the Springboks, they haven't played an awful lot of rugby. They did play a warm-up game against Centauri last week. I think it was Centauri that they played, and did pretty well, won the game as well, but got pushed quite close. So looking at the that's a brilliant coach, Jamie Joseph as well. But let's have a little look at the team named. So fullback Yamanaka, Matsushima on the wing, superb player for Clermont. Lafayette, Nakamura, Fafita. I've never seen Fafita play, so I'm quite interested to see how he does. Utamura, I thought was absolutely superb in the World Cup as well. Really good 10. Shigeno, the 9. I don't think Shigeno was the one who started in the World Cup, but anyways, they do seem to have quite a lot of depth in the 9 position, which is brilliant for Japan at the moment. Inagaki, Sakate at hooker, which is a shame really, because the hooker in the World Cup was absolutely brilliant, I thought, especially in the Ireland and Scotland games. Then we've got Jiwon Van der Vaart, second row with James Moore. Michael Leach, brilliant player, captain at 6. I thought Labuschagne was really good in the World Cup as well. He's absolutely superb. He's at 7. I think he captained Japan a couple of times as well in the group stages. And Amanaki Mafi is brilliant to come back as well. He was absolutely amazing in the 2015 World Cup. So really looking forward to seeing him come back into the team. And he did have a bit of injury worries, if I'm not mistaken as well. But he was absolutely amazing. I went to go watch Japan against Wales back in, I think it was 2017 or 2018 in the autumn. We just about beat Japan in the last minute with a drop goal, and they were absolutely amazing. I mean, they scored 30 points in Cardiff, and normally that's enough to win the game. But Japan were really entertaining, and I'm hoping they're going to bring the same again today. But the bench is actually pretty good as well. I mean, you've got Matsuda on the bench. You've got Himeno, the number 8 as well, who was absolutely amazing in the World Cup. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they get on today, the Japanese. It does look as if they're bringing in a few squad players into the game as well. They maybe weren't stalwarts in the 2019 World Cup, which is brilliant. Just building for that next cycle as well then. But I'd love to see some another sustained level of performance from Japan in the next World Cup, because I mean, really, when you think about it, they've been excellent really since 2015, even before that, 2014. All the way through then to now, but fingers crossed it's going to be a really competitive game. But look, the Lions have actually had a bit of a change of the squad as well. So the Lions squad was named earlier on in the week. We had Liam Williams as fullback, Josh Adams, Robbie Henshaw, Bundy Aki, Johan van der Merwe, Dan Bigger, Conor Murray, Rory Sutherland, Ken Owens, Xander Ferguson, Ian Henderson, Alwyn Jones, Ty Byrne. Now, Justin Tipuric has come in for Hamish Watson, because Hamish Watson's had a concussion injury in training, which is a massive shame, because playing in front of the Scottish crowd as well in Murrayfield would have been amazing for the Scottish boys as well. But Justin Tipuric, a Lion before, 2 times before, so he's come in for Hamish Watson anyways. And then Jack Conan is at 8 as well, which is brilliant. But since then, there's actually been another change. So Xander Ferguson has been ruled out as well now. he's had back spasms, so we're led to believe, over the last week. So he's ruled out for the game. Um, from what I understand, the injuries, it'll probably be likely that the two Scottish boys who've ruled out of this game now, um, they'll more than likely be fit for the second, or sorry, the first or the second. Maybe the first, maybe a bit too optimistic, but the second touring match in South Africa. So hopefully they're fit and firing. But from what Gatland has said, is that everybody's going to have an opportunity to play for the Lions, put their hand up for test starting contention before they actually get around to playing some of the more serious games against the emerging box and obviously the test series as well then. So Xander Ferguson is out, unfortunately, and he's been replaced by Tyrone Furlong of Leinster and Ireland, not a bad replacement. And Kyle Sinclair from Bristol has been added onto the bench. He's only just come into the squad, but as a Lion previously, he's back onto the bench. Let me just see who actually was on the bench then to replace. I think Tipperick has just come straight into the team. Yeah, he wasn't named on the bench originally. He's come straight into the team, Tipperick. So, yeah, hopefully the boys go well today. And Japan, played pretty well. So I'm looking for a really competitive game. You can't ever underestimate a team that they've not, especially like back in 2005, Argentina rocked up at the Millennium Stadium with a half a string team, second string team, and actually should have beaten the Lions. And if it wasn't for a Johnny Wilkinson penalty or drop goal at the end, it ended up being a 25-all draw, and the Lions were pretty well. They were pretty awful, which was really sort of foreboding for what the 2005 tour was going to be, really. But hopefully the boys put in a good performance today. I don't think there's going to be anything groundbreaking in terms of moves or anything. It's just really establishing connections and getting that first run out in the jersey for the new boys, and also sort of greasing the wheels again for the boys who've not played a lot of rugby recently, namely sort of the Welsh boys. And obviously that's why there's a lot of Celtic players being named, whereas the Guinness Prem has continued through the season an awful lot, and a lot of the boys who've been playing have been in contention either for the playoffs in the Premiership, or the Saracens boys been trying to secure their promotion back to the Gallagher Premiership as well. So that's why they're mainly on the bench, but they will come off the bench, and there'll be a sizable English contingent, which would be good to see as well then. So looking at this, so the game today, let's have a little look. What time have we got? Kick-off is 3 o'clock this afternoon in Murrayfield. In the UK, it's being shown on Channel 4. So this is, well, I thought it was going to be on Sky Sports, but this is not on Channel 4 actually, the game. And so you can probably get that on HD as well. Enjoy the coverage. It should be starting coverage, if I remember rightly, is 2:15 this afternoon. 3-hour program, so a lot of build-up. So really enjoy that today. And I'm going to give one scoring prediction. I don't think it'll be too different from my other video, but I'm going to go for 27-19 to the Lions, with lots of tries involved as well. Just want to see both teams unload the benches, give everything they've got. I mean, Japan have got a really tough tour coming up against Ireland, coming up the next couple of weeks as well. So hopefully the Lions get to fly off to South Africa with a win under their belt already, and a tough contest. And then when the boys link up with them after the Exeter game later on as well, Exeter against Harlequins, and we'll see where we are then afterwards. But touch wood, no injuries in the Exeter Guinness Gallagher Premiership game, I should say, and hopefully no further injuries as well, no long-term injuries anyways for the tour. So everybody enjoy the game. Let me know what you think. I'll be doing a review video after later on this evening after the game. Cheers.